steps.
Yeah.
So after the international break, does Skip come straight back in? Or
I was just going to say, yeah.
Skip is out. He's out long term, isn't he? There's no return date for Skip. They're talking about.
He said the international break. He should be back.
Yeah, he's back after the international break. Tony said
Skip or I know they said Sessegnon's back after the international break.
Skip.
Is that a recent development? When did this happen?
I think he said it yesterday.
Yeah. Okay, I've not been kept abreast of that.
I think you just need to pay attention, Steve.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, obviously we're not talking about yesterday yet. So when we were talking about the West Ham game, I'd have brought it in then. But you're jumping ahead, lads. I told you already. You've got to keep the sequence, get with the program. So we thought
you got out that quite well there. Yeah.
I nearly did.
Bentoncourt.
Nearly did. So
tight situation.
Yeah. So anyway, we spoke about the goal. I think the other point for me was Sonny getting subbed off tactically. He was. I wondered if it was because he'd he subbed him off yesterday as well, but it was fine because I think we'd spoken about in the pod before, Lee. The bone of contention where he was saying that I wanted to sell some, but that Conte wouldn't take him off, but he had taken him off. He did take him off in that game. I think when he took him off, I think I commented in the WhatsApp group that he must listen to the pod because he'd finally taken him off randomly.
Took your advice.
Yeah, randomly in the game, but obviously we thought the game was won by then. So
yeah, that was kind of my point in the last pod, Steve. In that, if you are Conte, do you take off that combination? And my point is you don't. They are prolific. They've got this so-called telepathic understanding, and he's having a little bit of a patch of form, but he'll play his way back into it. And if you've got that combination, like we saw,
but Conte took him off yesterday when he was on a hat trick. Brutal.
Yeah, I just think he'd done the game was done then. Been needed to rest him probably because he's played so much. He has played so much.
Yeah.
So I can understand why you say that. Maybe him coming off would be an advantage because he needs a rest.
I think, Lee, I don't want to cut across you, but I think we need to get Jay's opinion. Jamie.
He's gone for a number two, isn't he?
The thing is,
I think I can hear the bath running.
It's quite simple, I think. When Sonny plays well, I think we play well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
But Sonny only plays well when Kane plays well, though, really.
Exactly. Yeah, good point, yeah. When the two of them are together, obviously, they've just broken that record. When they're gelling together, we're pretty much unstoppable. In my opinion, we can play really well.
The good thing now with Kulusevski on the right-hand side, you've got that three-pronged attack, so it makes it even worse for the defenders of the other team, doesn't it?
This is Jamie at the moment. He's just flushing that toilet at the moment, I think. Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Hi. Oh, did you hear that?
You hear it? It's like a bag of shoes falling out the loft.
No, it wasn't. I'll put you on mute, you fucker. I was on mute.
He lost a slider.
I've had a slider.
Slider.
Right, okay, let's move on. So, West Ham game yesterday. West Ham game yesterday. So, West Ham, again, unchanged. So who went to the game? I know, Jay, you were in my seat.
Yeah.
Talk us through your day up to the game, your lead up to the game, son.
Well, my lead up to the game, I met this muggy little cunt on the way up called Benjamin Knibb. So I met him.
It's nice, isn't it?
I met him.
It's affectionate from him.
I normally greet Ben with a message in the morning going, "Morning, you little muggy little cunt," and he sends a nice little message back. But anyway, I went up, travelled up from Suburbia in Surbiton. Got up to Spurs about 1 o'clock. Went up to the Brickies, and the Brickies is it's all right when it's sort of not too busy, but it's a fucking shithole. It really is a fucking.
It's difficult in that garden when it gets too busy, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And then you order a beer, and then it could be anything that you're drinking.
Yeah.
You order a Heineken, you order a fucking cider, and you get methylated spirits.
Well, the thing is, though, I think you used to order a beer in there, and you used to get a litre of petrol. But I think it's
too expensive now. Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, it's like it was nuts, as Ben was saying earlier. Going in the Brickies, it's like being on Twitter, like a human version of Twitter, where you're walking around and just seeing all sorts of.
So you're seeing all the people that you see on Twitter, in other words.
Yeah.
It was the worst yesterday.
No one. I mean,
the worst, the best I've ever seen yesterday.
Jay, no one would know who you are, though. I mean,
exactly. What did you say to me yesterday, Ben?
I basically said that it's like knocking about with Batman.
and that is very, very true. And we sort of lurk around in the background. And
me and Steve had a laugh earlier, didn't we, Steve? About saying what are going to do? Say hello to a fucking dartboard.
Whoa! What's been going on here, you little cunt?
You need to check your Twitter, mate. Anyway. So
Ben,
moving on.
You've been cheating on me. Anyway,
moving on. Go on. So
anyway, went down Redemption yesterday. It was dead down there, and then me, Stace, headed off to the game, and then it all got a bit naughty down, just off the high road where the away fans go, and the police stopped us going, towards the grounds. And then you know what the police are like, and you say, let us through, and they're a bunch of cunts anyway. So,
were those your exact words?
Yeah,
I'm just thinking after it. Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, it's like, you bunch of cunts. So we just walked past them anyway. They just went, well, if you walk past us and you get beaten up, then it's not our fucking fault, is it? Anyway, we went down and then went through the car park at Sainsbury's, and there were loads of police running through the car park at Sainsbury's, and a load of West Ham fans running the other way. And then we got to the Paxton entrance.
You can't get a caravan in that car park. The roof is quite low there.
Anyway, we got to the edge of where the ticket office is and where the rip-off Paxton 17 fucking studio is, because they ripped off our flag, and got to the stairs for the Paxton, and the police officers were in the middle of the road, and all the Spurs fans were saying, West Ham get battered everywhere they go. So it must have kicked off big time on the high road, which was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. Anyway,
so
you were asking me about the game, weren't you?
Well, I was going to, but so, I mean, I think
you're talking about the game.
We'll move on. So, I mean, it's West Ham, and I think it was there's that Spurs account that tweets about Spurs songs, and they were trying to encourage people to come up with songs to sing, and like one of them, like a lot of people was trying to come up with Zuma songs, all right, and there was loads of West Ham fans that jumped onto that tweet and giving it large, and one of the responses was like, "Come off it, mate. You know what I mean? This is at both teams' biggest derby, and you want to focus on a player." And it's like, why is it that West Ham, in all honesty, think that we are, that we think that they're our biggest rivals? Because I know
Mouse, aren't they? They're Mickey Mouse.
I know. Yeah, I mean, I know there are fans that absolutely hate West Ham with a passion. I know that, but they're not our biggest rivals. We want to beat them, but
no, not at all.
They're not our biggest rivals. Arsenal above them. Chelsea are probably above them now.
Just saying this about West Ham, the Knibb would appreciate this. Boise, Only Fools and Horses, said Mickey Mouse wears a Rodney Trotter watch. And that sums up West Ham.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
West Ham.
Yeah,
that sums them up.
It's not the biggest game. They just, for some reason, they sing about us at the darts. They sing about us everywhere. For some reason,
all other London clubs do sing about us, don't they?
Yeah, just a bit infatuated. Like,
they all want to be Spurs. I understand that.
Did you see in the programme that was being tweeted out a lot by West Ham fans, because there was a quote in there from Conte. It said, "At this stage of the season, every game is like a final for us, and none more so than today." And they're using that as to say, "Well, it's our cup final now."
Why did he say that?
Because the next game will be like a cup final. That's Newcastle.
Yeah.
Every game. Yeah. Basically, the point is that every game.
Yeah, that's the point that he's making. Not
Yeah, exactly.
But West Ham think, "Oh no, that's us." Not they missed out the every.
They're playing pretty well actually. Newcastle now, aren't they? They're not doing too bad.
They struggled a bit the other night against Everton. But...
Yeah, I remember. Do you remember when we lost to them 1-0 at home?
Oh yeah.
I remember walking out down like it's a long old walk when you're walking out when you're lost in it, and someone went tactically out masterminded by Steve fucking Bruce.
For a moment there, I thought you were going to say Steve fucking Morrill.
I get out masterminded by him every time I come on the pod.
Nice of you to say that, Ben. He knows he knows where his bread's buttered, doesn't he? Okay, so how did we see the start to the game, Andy? I thought we were quite aggressive.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought we started fast, so that was good. Even before we scored, it looked like we were going to score. So it was. I thought we put a lot of pressure on them. They weren't getting into the game, and you've got to be honest and say they're probably a bit tired from the Thursday night. So
no, don't give them.
I'm not giving them an excuse. I'm not giving them an excuse. All I'm saying is that that was probably a factor that. But
I think that's if they turned up and started on the front foot and turned us over and put us. And we were defending for the first 20 minutes.
Yeah,
no one would say that. So the fact that we started on the front foot, were aggressive into the challenge, and and pinned them back, then all of a sudden it's it must be because of Thursday.
Yeah, but by the same token,
giving them an out, I think.
By the same token, I can't watch. I
can't
watch their Thursday game and then think, great, it's gone to extra time. They're going to be worn out. And then think quite the opposite when they come.
Yeah, they did. You could see they were tiring, which is understandable.
Oh yeah, they were knackered.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, Like I said, I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying that that was probably
their fans are the vilest cunts that I've ever seen down a White Hart Lane. They are fucking vile,
and they're quiet.
They are disgusting. They really are.
They were quiet yesterday, though, weren't they?
Well, outside of the ground, they weren't.
Oh, I see a very good point yesterday. And someone said, every time Spurs lose, Harry Kane, they're going, oh, yeah, will he leave? But when West Ham leave, do they ever say it about Declan Rice? And I think that's a very good point.
Yeah.
I think he's more likely to leave them than Kane is to leave us at the moment.
Yeah. I would say so.
Hopefully they'll join us.
Yeah, he's a very good player.
That'd be nice for him and Ben.
Yeah, we're not paying the £100 million that it's going to take for him to join us. I think that would be that's a pipe dream, really. I actually was talking to a West Ham fan before the game, and he turned around to me and said that he thought that Declan Rice was the best player in his position in world football at the moment.
Yeah, okay.
Who the fuck said that?
I just told you, a West Ham fan. That's what he said. I was like, okay. Fair play, mate. Fair play.
Well, he wasn't yesterday, was he?
No. Well, no. By that token, obviously Bentancur is obviously the best player with that position. He had Rice. Exactly. He had Rice in his pocket. But anyway, so the first goal, 9 minutes. Good work by Doherty.
Lovely bit of work by him. Yeah.
Doherty, not Doherty.
Good work by Doherty. Got the ball into Kane. What did you think? What did you think after he got the ball into Kane? Simon, did you expect us to score?
Yeah, I kind of. Well, it's easy to say yes, isn't it? But it's